What's going on, guys? It is your boy Adoptionism, and you guys will notice that we are in the underground, and what this video is going to be comprised of or whatever is that I'm gonna pretty much go through. Now that you guys can see I'm ranked 14 on my main character, I'm just gonna go over some quick tips on how you should kind of prepare yourself for the underground, for the lower level dungeons and stuff. But before I get started, let me just, oh shit, I can't even do it on this one. But I was just going to show you guys where you go to do the mission. But anyway, after you guys complete the side quest that you do to unlock the underground, you obviously come down the elevator, and you guys will see you got your little rank up here. Now, I believe it's once every, after you hit level 10, it ends up being like every 5 levels is when you unlock these directives. And what these directives do is that they add, it's pretty much like a challenge, but it's also like a an XP multiplier. So you guys can see here we got normal, hard, and challenging. Heroic, you can't unlock until level 20. But you can see base-wise, challenging gives you 1,000 XP towards base, or towards your underground. Hard gives you 750, and then normal gives you 500. If we go to challenging, and you guys could also see, also as you rank up, you get different phases unlocked as well. So phase 1, 1,000, 2, 2,500, okay, then 4,000. That's a massive jump. But so we go into phase 1, and you guys can see here, you have to actually spend directive intel. You have to actually spend directive intel in order to trigger these multipliers, but each multiplier does also change what the reward is going to be. Like you guys will see, I put on Fog of War, or I put on Mad Skills. If you have one multiplier, then it'll say you get an equipment item, but if you have 2, it switches to a weapon. So I can't wait to see what happens if you have 3 on, but what it does is that, like say Fog of War here, what it does is that the minimap is disabled, and directional threat indicators, you know, like when you get shot, like where like the little red curved symbol or whatever, it is like where it shows where people are obviously shooting you from. That's disabled. And then target indicators are only visible while the target is under the reticle, meaning like health bars and stuff. But if you have pulse, that's kind of an easy way to help and get around that a little bit. Then like Mad Skills, this one is a little trickier. I'm probably going to do a video on strategies for each of these. But for Mad Skills, it's using a skill resets the cooldown on the other equipped skill, meaning your LB and RB, or R1 and R2, or whatever the fuck it is on PlayStation. I don't know. Oh wait, no, this is Xbox One and PC. Maybe PlayStation 2. I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention anymore. Anyway, so if you use like your overheal, then if you have like say sticky bomb or whatever, that gets instantly put on a cooldown. So you can use overheal, but then you can't use your sticky bomb. So a good way to do this is that when you are in a group, pretty much each person is one skill specific. You have one person, like say for me, I run a tactician, or it's become known as the tanktician. So I rack up skill power or whatever, like pretty much instantly whenever we go into a room. So I'm able to heal my teammates. I use overheal, or actually I have another friend that also runs tanktician. He usually runs overheal, and I run smart cover. And then we have somebody else run pulse, and then another person. Usually it's another person that runs overheal, or it could be a stun sticky. But I wouldn't really suggest anything else other than overheals, stun stickies, and immune or ammo cache bags as your 4th. But then it also says using a signature skill resets the cooldown on signature skills for other group members. So pretty much, if you're in a group before, it doesn't matter. It's still one super for the entire team, and then everybody gets put back on cooldown, which fucking sucks. And then waste not, want not, rounds left in a magazine while reloading are lost. Enemies do not drop ammo. Starting ammo count is reduced. So not only, even if you rack up with 2-piece Lone Star and police bag with ammo, it doesn't matter. Your starting count will actually probably go back down to like the original that it was before you did all that stuff. So it still kind of sucks. But I'd say definitely having somebody run the ammo cache bag support station is like 100% necessary for this one. Like that, literally, you're gonna fly through ammo even if you're in a full group of 4. Just shit's gonna be so hard that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, so rounds left in a magazine. Sorry, I forgot to also add on that you pretty much also have to just don't press the X button or square for PlayStation, whatever. Don't reload ever. Just keep going until your magazine is empty. If you have like 1 bullet left, shoot it. Whatever. Special forces, enemy rounds, maybe of special ammo types. The type of ammo depends on the enemy faction. So that's gonna be so fucking dumb. I haven't even read these last 2. Oh wow. Alright, so we're gonna have enemies with incendiary bullets, with explosive bullets. So that means that shit's gonna go down. So that's gonna be really crazy to get around. I definitely would suggest that all people in your party should be running 2-piece final measure if you're dealing with that, because obviously if you have 2-piece final measure, you get that 50% exotic damage resilience, so that way you're not going to die so fast. And then sickness, health drains at a constant rate. Lost health may be healed as normal. So you could still like use overheal to heal yourself or whatever. And obviously I haven't really seen much gameplay on it because not many people are rank 30 yet, just because all this came out yesterday. And I would assume, so it doesn't get too ridiculous, that it stops draining when you're in your last segment, but there's a really high possibility that it'll keep going until you're dead. So everybody's going to probably have to run heals with this one. So I mean, obviously once you like have all 5 boosts on, I mean that's just, or not boost, I mean that's not really boost, but that just sucks. And then another quick tip for people, solo, you can usually solo normal and hard by yourself pretty fairly like easily. And then for challenging, I would say if you're just trying to grind challenging, just turn on Fog of Wars because it's an easy modifier and you're guaranteed that high-end item for completing it. Mad skills, maybe only if you have like really good communication and everybody's like knows their role. I mean, yeah, because again, it's not a big deal, but it does get chaotic with a lot of shotgunners in close quarters. So honestly, if you're just wanting to grind it out, I would just suggest to turn on Fog of War. Oh, and then I believe with each one it adds on like an extra, yeah, it adds on, so it goes 100, 200, and then I think it adds on another 300, and then another 400, and then another 500. So, hold on, 1, 2, 3, that would be 600, so 1,500 added on to the base. So all these turned on would change this to about 2,500 XP at the end. So that would end up being 6,000. Damn, that would be crazy. But yeah, so that's kind of it for that part. Another thing is, some people, there was rumors or people trying to say that like if you rack up your gear score, like you guys can see mine's only 231, but that's because I stick to this. I mean, I do have 4-piece blind. I do have, I believe I have 4-piece fire crest, but none of that like really like it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. You don't actually have to switch it because when you level up and you go in here, you get the underground caches, and you only get them when you rank up your underground rank. So I would suggest that if you have 4 characters or even multiple characters, it's really easy to grind your character from level 1 to about level 8 in like within about maybe 2 or 3 hours, depending on if you're running in a full group or not. And I would suggest you just do that on all your characters or whatever first, and then open all your caches, and then just put all of that, all of those items into the stash, and just transfer it to your main character, just because it'll be a lot easier. And of course, you'll be able to stack really good gear on your main character. Now, the way how underground caches work is that, like I said, some people thought that if you racked up your gear score up as high as it possibly can, then that'll reflect on what you get out of the cache, but it doesn't. Weapons out of the underground caches will always be 229s, which I have here. This is a 229 assault rifle. I'm trying to roll off of Fierce and put Destructive on it, since assault rifles have enemy armor damage, and then you stack it up with Destructive. It'll just be dumb. But yeah, all weapons out of the caches come as 229, and then all set pieces that come out of the caches as well end up being 260s, which I happen to only, or 268s, I'm sorry, which I have a whole bunch in here. Yeah, see, like Firecrest mask, blind chest, yeah, blind knee pads, Firecrest knee pads. Again, a lot of it's like really nice. The new sets are really cool. I'll have to do a separate video for you guys on which ones are better. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the tips. I mean, obviously the dungeons or whatever are randomly generated, so I can't really give you a good hint on methods on that. But I can think of some ideas that I can do on how to help you guys get through them, regardless, obviously, of what the dungeons are. So yeah, guys. Again, just quick tip: go through all your characters, rack up to like I would say between 6 or 8, depending on your patience level. You could generally get to 6 pretty quickly by yourself. I mean, if not, you could like here, you could always go to matchmaking and just go in there with somebody else. And yeah, so it's really cool. I'm probably gonna go more in depth as I level up and I learn more and more about it. But honestly, challenging mode with 4 people is really not that difficult. But I would suggest having 1 or 2 people run this gear setup with 4-piece tactician, 2-piece funnel measure, and then I'll end up going in depth on my exact set. But yeah, guys, until next time, I really hope this helps you guys out. Sorry if it seems like I rambled on for a bit and I was kind of all over the place. I'm just really excited and trying to get all this information out there. So I'll definitely have another video for you guys probably tomorrow. I'm probably going to record a couple today. And yeah, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links are down in the description below. Actually, Twitch, I might be streaming me doing a bunch of this stuff with some people. So, yeah, guys, until next time, it's been your boy Dop. Thanks for watching again. Until whenever, just fuck you. I'm kidding. I love you. Peace out.